everyone, Roy Shepherd here, and today I have a question for you. Armed with a bow and arrow, would you know how to effectively use it to hunt for game or protect yourself and your family? Would you know how to make the bow as quiet as a ninja at night? Would you like to? Getting ready for our next book, Outdoor Preparation, we went to the 3D archery. There we practiced on not only regular paper targets, but also life-size hard foam statues of potential game animals. And this is what we're gonna talk about today, using the bow for survival situation. So stay tuned. Bows have been a technology for more than a few millennia. We can say many millennia since the cavemen. And all you need basically for it to work is a flexible piece of wood, a string, a shaft with a few fins, and a pointy head made of either metal, stone, or even bone. And you're good to go. It is extremely effective from long ranges and very, very quiet. So you can use it to hunt animal and prepare food for survival situations, which is fantastic. We went to the archery range. We met Janet, the owner. She's a fantastic person. Not only that she's an expert archer, but she's also an explorer and a traveler just like us, so we had a fantastic time at the archery range. So what we need to know about bows, and let's share some of our experiences. Now, for storing and carrying the bow, it's really important to have it disassembled, since the string itself puts a lot of strain on the arms and it weakens them. So disassembling and reassembling the bow is really important, and once it's disassembled, having both arms and the razor, you can place them in your backpack very comfortably. They don't take a lot of space. Assembling them is a matter of a few minutes, and it's really, really simple. Now, when the bow is assembled and ready to go, it's really simple to hold it with your left hand and place it horizontally to the ground, making it easy to place an arrow in the arrow rest and clicking it into the string. Then when you pull the string back, use both of your arms, your weak arm going forward and your back arm going backwards, and hitting the bone of your thumb into your cheekbone, and aiming only with your front hand, making sure that the front hand is not all the way stretched so it doesn't hit the string on the way through. Now, it's important to fix your aim. Usually you would hit more to up and right, so you have to fix your aim to the lower left to hit the target. You have to try a few times to make sure you hit the right location. Now, for survival situation, we had to train extra hard to hit the head targets, which is a bit more difficult. But it's important when hunting for survival to hit the head, so for two main reasons. First, to give the game animal a swift and very quick and painless death without any suffering. And second, to not spoil the meat. If you hit the belly area, you might puncture the stomach or the intestine, which would release all the food that they had in there, maybe even spoiling the meat. Moving around in the wild with the bow needs a bit of finesse. Since the bow is pretty large, it could be, even about 60 inches tall, maybe even 3 feet or so. You have to be careful so you don't hit anything. So you can twist the bow with your left hand very easily to make sure you don't hit anything. Now, when you want to carry it, when you don't have you're not stalking any prey or anything like that, you can place the string on your back, on your left shoulder, and hold the bow in place with your left hand. Now, when you want to walk around, you can place it horizontally with an arrow in the shaft and securing the arrow with your left index finger. Now, since the bow is, basically a huge string, just like a violin with just one string, every time you release the arrow, the string itself makes a sound because of the vibration. So it's really important to be mindful of that, and it's very simple to use bow stealth techniques to make the bow very, very quiet. All you need to do is take two balls of fur that come in like a line with fur on it, and make a ball of fur in both sides of the string, on the top side and the bottom side, about give or take 10 inches from the top and 10 inches from the bottom. Place two balls of fur in a rush. In a rush work, you can secure them with a zip tie or something. But if you want to take your time, you can sew them in or glue them into their places. And this will reduce the sound of the string drastically. It will be much, much quieter. For obvious reasons, it's great when you're stalking animals. If you miss a shot, or if you want to hunt more than one animal, this is a fantastic technique to use. To sum up, knowing how to use a bow for a survival situation, both to protect yourself in case you need it for self-defense or to hunt for game animals, is really important, since using a firearm is so loud that it will clear all the animals in a 5-mile radius, but also it will basically call out any unwanted attention from that area. The day at the 3D archery range was fantastic. I truly recommend it. It's a great skill to have, so go now and gather the skill at your leisure when you have the time. Also, it's a fun activity for the entire family. It's great for all ages, and it has really important in an outdoor survival situation. Now it's your turn. Which is your favorite bow, and how do you make sure to hit the mark every time? And tell me about your favorite story using the bow. And if you haven't used the bow before, what is stopping you? Leave a comment below. I love getting feedback from you, and I read each and every one of your comments. Next, we'll talk about what happens after a catastrophe. There is going to be a period of WROL. Soon after, people would gather together, strength in numbers, and communities will form, and that will be the subject of our next video. We're gonna talk about which communities would form, which communities to avoid, which communities it is better to join, and surprisingly enough, most of them would not be criminal gangs, even though once you think about, communities, the first thing that pops to mind is criminal gangs and mafias and all those sort of things. I can't wait to share all of this with you, so until then, stay safe.
Headshot! Game over.